All right, so I have the second try here. I tried the first idea. So I didn't have enough. Sorry, I'm totally jacking the camera around. I didn't have enough stator magnets to complete the first idea, so I'll be waiting on those for a little extra fundage. But I did finish the bottom assembly here, and as you can see, this thing is very. I mean, like it's very free moving because not I put a ball bearing here. There's also one on the underside there. So there are two, and then there's a free spinning rod in the middle here. So this can spin freely, whether that's spinning or not. And also we can do, I've got a little point on the bottom of here too, so this can actually spin too. So when I want to do, when I want to test it, it's almost zero friction. So anyway. Okay, so as I mentioned, the first idea wasn't. I'm not. I would really like to try it with 17 stator magnets out on the outer ring, just to basically offset so that there's always one that's pushing on the top of the hill, as I called it last time, or the hump, I guess. Since the push is greater than the pull. I would always have one pushing greater than the other one, the opposite side pulling. So I still want to try that out, but it's going to take a little bit more money to do that. So I'm just doing stuff that someone who's broke can do. So anyway, okay, here's another idea that I just kind of came up with this the other day. I was just kind of messing around with it, and it sort of hit me, which is how the light bulb was invented. I'm not sure if that's true. That's probably not. But I'd like to think that. Anyway, so basically, the premise behind this idea is I would have, instead of a permanent magnet like these neodymium magnets are, I would have an electromagnet. And for anybody who doesn't know, like, let's say this was made of metal. To make an electromagnet out of this, what I would do is take some magnet wire, and I would coil this around one end, a couple thousand times, and then make another coil around the other end a couple thousand times, and then when you hook up the positive here to positive end of a battery or whatever, negative end of a battery, then you're going to have a south and a north pole. Now to change the polarity, you just hook up the other end. We'd switch the lead wires on the battery to make to go south pole here, north pole here. So that's a way to change the polarity of an electromagnet. So if I were to do this shape of an electromagnet, just something I don't know, just something long like this, where there's a north and then a south opposing on the other end of it, rather than in a horseshoe shape or whatever. Then we could have, and then change. Okay, let me back up a little bit here. I could change the polarity in the middle of this stride. See, and what I've got here, I've got all south facing out, then I've got north facing out for 4 of them. And if you can see the angle, I'm not sure if you can tell from there, but the angle of these, I've got one facing straight out, one at another 15 degrees of angle, one at another 15 degrees, one at another 15 degrees. So this would be, and basically you can see here we've got repulsion with this north to north. And then, as you see, when I hold this here, I have acceleration through that north cycle, and then when we hit the south cycle, the repulsion stops. Obviously, it's attraction there because I've got south to north at that point. So north to north, I've got this acceleration. South to north, I've got deceleration, and it wants to go backwards even. So basically, here's the idea. If I can do change the polarity, so south to south, and now the way I'm gonna illustrate changing the polarity is just switching the magnet back and forth like this. So instead of having a south, switching it electromagnetically to the north, I'm just gonna turn it like this. But as you can see, I'm gonna try to hold my hand real still here so I can make my point here. So we've got acceleration, 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 like that. And we can actually do we can get a good thing going. And I mean, like, I can't time it obviously right with my hand, but when we, when I get some mechanisms on here to trip that, charge, then we can, it can be timed exactly right, no matter how fast it's spinning. So that's the idea for now. So, but as you can see here, we can, it picks up pretty quickly, and it can also, just as in anything, pretty much anything magnetic, if you can go one way, or I mean, just for you, those of you out there who are experimenting right now with this stuff, you can go the other way too with it, change. And I mean, like, right now it's not in repulsion mode, it's in attraction mode. So as this north pole gets closer to this south pole, I mean, like, the pole, since this is closer to the center of this circle, and this is a little further from the center of this circle, a little further, this pole is less strong than this pole, is less strong than this pole, and less strong than this pole. So it's just a succession, almost like the who was that? The not Purindev. I can't remember his name. Anyway, so, but almost, yeah, like that that kind of theory. So anyway, but it's just times 4. I mean, it's just using an idea that's already in place, with a new spin on it. So yeah, mess around with that, guys, and seriously, leave me comments. Leave some comments, and seriously, if anybody's got ideas out there, I'm really not looking for tons of money from this project. I really just want to find a way to make this work, because I think in the past, like the people who have sold out their copyrights and stuff like that, like, everybody gets money minded, and then really good ideas get squished by the bigger companies. So let's seriously show some teamwork, guys. It's gonna be awesome.